BSSB, where tonight we got a couple guests with us. I'll let them introduce themselves so I don't butcher it. But as always, that's Mark. I'm Eric. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share this shit and tell all your friends. All right, awesome. So to my right, like I said, we got some guests here with us tonight. I'm going to let them introduce ourselves. So go right ahead.
Well, I'm Wizard, or Wizardly, I guess is the name of the channel that, we're probably going to promote a little bit while we're here. I'm also Lee, a longtime friend of Mark.
Yep,
We've known each other 25 plus years, something like that.
Something like
It's been a long time.
Close to.
So, yeah.
I'm Andy. I am an asshole. I've been Mark's cousin for, I don't know, how old are you?
38.
That many years.
38 years he's been my cousin.
That many years. Possibly while I was in the womb as well, depending on what you believe. But
yeah.
I am the villain of the channel we're going to promote. People don't seem to like me very much, but I do the video editing and the videography and a lot of shit talking.
Nice.
All right.
Hell yeah.
You've always been good at that, so of course, the shit talking, that is.
Yeah. I knew you weren't going to compliment me on the other stuff.
Well, he's just learning the video editing, and he's doing pretty great.
Literally started
just learning. And I don't agree that he's the villain. Like, I think that people just don't like when he tries to rein me in, but, I mean, he's a godsend for me because he keeps me in check.
I believe it.
You need that. Yeah, I definitely need that. So you said Wizardly, correct?
Yes.
Yep.
And they can find you on, that's your channel. They can find you on what, YouTube?
YouTube. We have a little bit on Instagram. We haven't been pushing it too much. That's Wizard_Roulette13 on Instagram. But we're mainly pushing the YouTube right now, which is, Wizardly or, at Wizardly_gambling, whatever.
Hell yeah. So, of course, you said roulette and gambling. So it's a gambling channel. And do you guys do you guys gamble a lot on certain things? Like I've seen a lot of slots. Do you go elsewhere? What's your guys' channel based upon? Is it a certain thing?
Slots are more of a necessary evil than what it's based on.
Okay.
Yeah, so I prefer table games. I never really actually played much of slots until we started the channel because there's a recording permissions issue. You have to get permissions to record in the casinos the table games because it's a privacy thing, and there's other people at the tables, and there's like gaming commissions and all that kind of stuff. I prefer to play the table games, baccarat, blackjack, roulette, obviously, even though it's terrible odds, it's a whole lot of fun. But yes, we have to, the things you can easily get permissions for is like electronic stuff. So that's why I play a lot of slots and bubble craps and the electronic roulette. But as you've seen in the most recent videos, I went out to Vegas, I went to the Rio, and I was like, hey, can I film? And I got the best answer I ever could have got by a table manager there. He said, of course, we're getting to the point now where we're just going to let people film as long as they're not bothering people because it's free promotion for us. Why wouldn't anybody ever decide to do that?
Oh,
I've literally
dude, I
been
get
saying
that.
my whole life.
It's free promotion. You're guaranteed to lose money to them because you're going to stay in here longer. Like their whole strategy is to figure out how to get you to stay here.
Yeah.
You're giving them an out. Like, I'm going to stay here to do this, and I'm just going to give you money, basically.
Yeah.
And in Vegas, there's enough tables that, like, if one person's upset or table doesn't want it, you can always hop over. That's the cool part, too. So that's sweet. So when you go into, like, the casino, you just got to find a manager there and just ask them, like, in Cleveland, or you just kind of know the rules already now from doing it?
Well, in Cleveland, I had started, like, I'd always gambled a little bit, like every time we'd go out into Vegas, something like that. Nothing too crazy. But last year, I started sports betting, and the worst thing that could ever happen to anybody that has a gambling addiction is I won a lot at first.
There you go.
So then I thought I was good at it. So I started going to Cleveland and playing roulette, and it was fun, and I had some excitements, and there's like a lot of adrenaline to going down and then coming back, and there's a lot of excitement to leaving there up $10,000-$15,000. And then I discovered baccarat, and and that's a lot of fun too, and that's the best odds you're going to get in the casino other than blackjack, which if you play exactly by the book, it's just slightly under 50%.
Okay.
Like they have just over 50% edge. So you're still going to ultimately lose. That is how gambling works.
Yeah.
You're going to lose.
Yeah.
The odds are against you.
Yeah. But I enjoy it, and around earlier this year, probably February, Marchish, I wanted to go to the casino. I was like, well, I'm going too often. So I YouTube Roulette. And I couldn't really find a lot, but I found some other stuff. I found Vegas Matt, which he's the biggest guy in the biz. He's got 1.3 million subscribers, and he almost exclusively plays slot machines.
Okay.
Oh wow.
The top three, I think, are Vegas Matt, Mr. Handpay, and Lady Luck, and they all have like Mr. Handpay and Lady Luck both just hit 1 million, and they all mainly play slots. But the guy that inspired me mostly is Bluff, and he started in around May of last year. He went viral immediately and got 100,000 subscribers in a week.
Damn.
And he changed the game. He's getting permissions to play table games, and he plays a lot of
Like
table
everywhere.
games. And he's just got a great persona. He's very transparent. He's very authentic. So I was like, I want to do this.
Yeah.
So back in April, I went to Vegas, and I went to Elo Cortez where he films, and I was like, yeah, I'm trying to meet Bluff. And I ran into the dude. He was shooting a video on the premise, but I walk up to him. I'm actually in the one video. I come up to him and was like, hey, man, sorry, I'm not trying to bother you. Just wanted to meet you. And, you know, like, I just got here last night. I've not even been here maybe like 8 or 9 hours, and I've lost $8,000. And he's just like, oh my God, you know? And then I talked to Adam, the casino manager, and I was like, hey, I want to do this. And he was like, well, hey, yeah, you know, what's your channel or your phone? I was like, well, I don't have any. I've just got I brought a lot of money. And he was like, well, I can't really justify shutting down tables and stuff, like, you know, build something up and, you know, like, let me know. And then maybe we can work out something in the future. And I did ask Bluff, I was like, well, what, you know, like, what would you recommend if I wanted to pursue something like this? And he says, authenticity and persistence. I was like, I could do that.
Persistence
You
we
know, like, I
got.
can be authentic. Persistence we got. And I feel like I'm an authentic person. I'm not on there trying to scam anybody or I'm not on there. I don't want to call myself an influencer more than a content creator, because like I'm trying to entertain people. I don't want to influence people to gamble. Like, obviously people are going to gamble, but like, please just watch me do it and the other people doing it to save yourself from going out and doing it. Like, obviously have fun with it, but like, if you have a problem, throw on our videos, man.
Yeah,
just like
get
watch
your
us
fix
do
that
it.
way.
Live vicariously through you.
Yeah.
Just gamble like me.
I have a problem.
Don't do that.
I have a gambling problem.
Yeah, he can't gamble.
I don't. Dude, when I went out to Vegas, I put $100 in a slot machine. That's it. I'm done. I just try to find one, max spin, $100. I'm done. I went to Toledo though recently to meet a fighter. I put $100 in, did max spin for $100, and went like,
no, not even. It was 20 because you could only bet 20
or 20.
You bet 20 of the 100, and you won almost $2,000.
Yeah, I won almost like $2,000.
That's
One spin.
Good spin.
He was
Just
done.
Done. Just took it. Just all my money out, put it in my pocket.
We actually have a couple of videos. We do one where things like that happen to him. We do one called Magician Monday. So we put it out every Monday. And it was supposed to be Wizard Hat Wednesday, but the day we went up to do it, this dude forgot it.
Oh, shit.
He forgot the wizard hat. So
Damn it.
we got a top hat, and it became Magician Monday.
Gotcha.
'Cause I had my old top hat from the weddings I was
I
for.
was just telling him about
Well,
it.
I've replaced it now because I don't want to ruin it, but
Yeah.
we used it for a while. But it's Magician Hat Monday, and we put a bunch of pieces of paper in the hat, and we pull them out, and they've got stuff to do on them.
Okay.
So like one of them that has been very successful for us is gamble $200 in 5 different slot machines. And the way you do it is, and I actually think this is a really good way to save yourself a lot of money. People will be like, I'm going to gamble $200 in the slot machine. What they mean is, I'm going to run this $200 to zero. But what we do is we'll do $200. So if he's doing $20 spins, we're going to do 10 spins. So normally when you're gambling, you'll do your $20 spin, you'll hit $2. You're like, oh, I guess that's a little bit of a rebate back. Well, in this case, that's $2 or whatever that you're not going to have lost at the end of this 220 spins. So you might go through $200, but you're literally only spinning $200. So anything you've won ends up being stuff you still have at the end.
Oh, that's cool.
So we do that. And then, obviously sometimes you also hit a bonus. So the point of that story from where we began is, in that segment, there's a lot of times where, you're only doing 10 spins at $20. And it's like, oh, well, on the third spin, dude just hits a bonus and we wind up walking away with $1,500 or whatever.
Wow.
So, and that one's kind of fun because you get to see those a lot because you're just bouncing around from machine to machine.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's been days where it's gone bad, obviously, but it's been a fun segment. It hasn't been as popular as we'd hope, but we actually have a lot of fun doing it.
Well, and that's kind of what we're aiming for too. Like, I'm not a slot channel. I'm not a bubble crabs channel. We're just like a gambling channel, especially now that I'm going to start being able to do the tables. Like, I
Mhm.
want it to be more variety because like, that's what I like to play. Like, obviously we'll throw slots in there because people like to see that, but like, it's to me, the worst odds that you can get, in the casino is a slot machine. It's like playing the lottery or something like that.
Especially with the way the slots are
And
now.
I don't get, like, sometimes I'm like, how the fuck do you even win on this thing?
That's exactly what I was
consider
saying,
it's,
especially with the way
like
they are
5
now.
or 6 things. There's
I'm
pictures,
watching. I was like, I have
numbers.
no
I'm
idea what's
like,
going on.
and then like you win, and I'm like, I don't even know how you won right there.
Yeah,
I didn't even see what it was.
There's letters, there's numbers, there's symbols. I don't know what any of it's going.
You have a lot of different things, and believe me, I've watched so much of it, and I'm just you'll even hear me in some of the videos. He'll be like, I need this, this, or this. I'm like, I'm sure there's a reason why, but I don't know what that reason is.
Yeah, like I don't. And then it's like, because you could bet, like, I know you could bet like 4 line, 6 line, 10 line. And I'm like, I don't even know how many lines he's betting, and I'm like, I don't know what's hitting, but I just watch his money.
I'm just watching to see if numbers go up or go down.
It seems like most of them, it doesn't even have to do with the lines that you're betting. It's just the denomination of the credit.
No, it is. It is. We just don't care that much because it's some of them pays by lines and some of them pays by ways.
Okay.
And I'm just going for the bonus. I'm going for a big hit type stuff. So like I'm just trying to bet big denominations. But I could actually hit better line pays sometimes, Andy, if like we bet the smaller denominations and like with the bigger bet on the smaller denominations.
See, I don't even know what's going on still.
But
I've got it right
we're just trying to show people excitement.
I like
that's the excitement part about the entertaining part about gambling is the potential to win, right?
And I like your idea of variety because like, just like for myself, I wouldn't want to just sit there and watch slots. Like it's cool that you're like, all right, 10, 15 minute slots, and then you go 20 minutes of this table game, and like that's to me that would hold my attention longer in the video.
Yeah.
The issue we've run into with that is you're right. You got your thumbnails and your titles. You want to get people to click on it. So if you go into it and we had this problem the other day. It's like we're on a table game, right? And you put that in that's the big draw of the video. So you'll put that in the description, and then he filled out the beginning of the video with like 10 minutes of slot play.
Yeah.
The problem we ran into is the title and thumbnail are saying, hey, we're going to play tables. So people that watch it want to see a table, and the slot players don't click on it.
Yeah.
So you look at the analytics and you'll see a huge drop off on the slot. You'll see a giant spike at the tables. But how many of those people didn't bother swiping through? They just saw slots and clicked off. And how many slot players didn't click on it in the first place?
You're right. And I think that's why you'll notice on a lot of videos now, like right in the beginning, they'll play like some dramatic music. They'll do in black and white, like a big moment that like the title is describing. You know what I mean? And then it'll cut off and then it'll start into the video to tell you like, look, that is in the video. You just got to kind of wait for it.
I think it's like the 14th or 15th video we did. I tested something.
I've done stuff like that too, and it made no difference.
You could see it in it, but we didn't have enough viewers back then. But you could see kind of little spikes and it was making an effect. But I haven't tried it since then. But what I did was I basically went through the video, grabbed a couple moments, and did a like announcer's man commentary over it.
Yeah.
And just kind of joked. Like there's a point where he's playing a slot machine with Frankenstein. He's playing bubble craps, and the other thing was I don't remember what the game. It was another slot machine, but I was like coming up, and then it showed. Or it's like me, and I'm like, wizard rolls some dice, and it shows him popping some dice and craps, and it just hits the 7, and he goes, "Oh man!" And then it moves on, and it says it goes back to another screen, and it says it on the screen. And then you hear me saying, it, he's like, "Conjures a bonus." And then he's like, "Oh man, come on, let's get the bonus here." And the bonus hits immediately.
Yeah.
And then the third one is like, and he snaps at a zombie. And he's playing Frankenstein. He's like, come on. And the bonus hits. So I did something like that. And it seemed like it was effective, but I haven't given it a shot again because you're editing a video every day. And it's not like it's a super demanding edit.
Yeah.
But it's every single day and you just get in a groove. And your mind goes numb doing it over and over and over and over, and you start to lose that creative edge. I've gotten to the point where it's just like I just want to get through it, and I'm not coming up with ideas like I was in the middle of it.
Yeah, for me, it's more like a choose your battle sort of thing. Like all that work I to put into it for such little payoff. I'd rather just put that effort into like making the actual video better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't know. There's always that's why people hire teams and shit eventually and start having like social media people and clip people and shit. Well, unfortunately, I'm not there.
I'm sure a lot of your stuff is a lot more in depth than what I'm doing. Mine is cut, splice, and then add a couple graphics, and that's really it. It's just they're 25-minute videos, and
my shit's a little more long form too. Yeah.
Well, and for him, like, he's got to live through the pain of us getting our ass beat
Like
multiple times when he's editing the video, so that's tough too.
It is kind of rough. Dude, we had one recently that actually I was like, man, I don't even want to put this one up. It hurts. And I told him, like, don't watch it, because usually he'll watch it to see if there's anything he can improve. I'm like, just don't watch this one.
Yeah.
He did.
You got to post, like, because I'm not trying to hide shit from people either.
No, like you said,
we got to post our losses, and it costs a lot of money to make it, so I'm going to post that.
Yeah.
If I lose $7,000, you're going to see it.
Yeah.
That's part of that.
I hope
being,
you like it.
Being genuine part
that goes
of it.
back to what you said, being that authenticity and persistence. Like, you're going to be authentic about it. You're going to ride the whole wave with me, whether it's up or down. So,
from what I've seen, you're genuinely just a little more on. You know what I mean?
Genuinely.
Yeah, no, that's what I had to learn too, because we figured out pretty early on, like, sometimes I'll start getting my head smashed in and I'm just not there, and it's just not fun to watch. Like, you have to be on when you're losing. You just have to. Like, obviously you can't be like, ha ha, laughing about it, because people are like, this guy's living too good of a life. He's losing thousands of dollars and cackling like an asshole. I can't relate to this.
That is a problem.
But you can't sit there and be like, you can't sit there and be like, oh man, and start whining and shit neither. Because, like, I'm losing, $1,000, $2,000. People are like, I don't even have that in my bank account. So, so they want you to be a little upset about it, but not too much upset about it. And they don't. Yeah. So it's like, I gotta be on though. And I like to watch me better too when I'm in a good mood. Yeah. Like, I don't want to watch me when I'm on there whining and shit. There's times when, we'll be fully transparent here, that I'm getting real upset in the videos and he just mutes the mic. You don't hear what I'm saying.
I don't know. You got to do that sometimes just to protect your own ass, or just protect the people from hearing some dumb shit or something.
Just make it a little better for people and me.
Yeah. No, for sure.
How often do you go to the casinos? Like, on a weekly average, would you say?
Well, because we live an hour away, so we'll try to go up once a week and get as much as we can. We tend to do about 4 or 5 videos each time.
Yeah, usually we go up once a week,
and then we'll throw in a couple of times during, like, a couple of weeks, so we can stack up, because we like to stay ahead of the game, because it helps us, especially recently, because I'd gotten sick for a few days, but Andy got real sick for a few days. So, like,
3 days I had.
It's all about consistency. We put a video out.
Headaches.
Sorry, excuse me. Every single day at 1
multiple.
o'clock.
If you include the shorts, multiple.
They're super consistent.
Incredibly consistent, because that's what somebody told me to do. So I took it to heart.
We try. It's hard. It's hard to be that consistent. Without just banking them forever.
It's a little different though. Like, you go to the casino for 10 hours and probably make 4 or 5 videos out of that.
We get 4 or 5 videos in what? Because we have a very specific time frame.
Because he's got to get home for his kids.
I got to get kids on the bus, and then we got to be home to get them off the bus. So we have a very specific
system.
So we get about 4 to 5 in an 8-hour span, maybe 6 hours.
Not even.
Maybe 6 hours. But like, the goal when us starting to go out to Vegas on a monthly basis, like, is to get as many as possible, because the ultimate goal is to have that variety. We don't have that in Cleveland. I've asked. At one point in time, I don't think so anymore, because I reined in just like me being incredibly irresponsible gambling up there. At one time, though, I was in the top 5 people at the Jack Casino. Damn. So that's not a good thing, but I was. No, I hated that they even told me that.
It sounds like, it made me
feel.
To me.
Yeah, it made me feel bad. But they still don't see the full vision. They're like, oh, well, you're gonna come anyways. And yeah, I do, but I don't gamble there anymore to the extent that I was. I come there and I make my content. And now they switch from a hard no, it's never happening, it's actually illegal in Ohio, which it's not, to maybe. Because, obviously I haven't gained much traction, but I think they've seen that I'm finally doing it. But the ultimate thing is I like Vegas, so I don't mind going out there once a month. My rooms are comped, my meals are comped. Eventually they're going to comp my flights, so the only thing that's going to cost me anything is the content.
Yeah, and flying me out.
Yeah, and flying him out. And he said he could most likely come every other month. So when he can't, roughly. Corey said that, because he got a new work schedule. My buddy Corey said that he could come and would come once a month, because I just went out there by myself. I don't know if you guys watched any of the newer videos. I did okay, but I think it's better when, we have banter, man. We have a history.
Yeah.
Like it's watching, and like that's why I like watching Bluff. He's got his people,
Yeah.
and I don't mind watching Vegas, man. I'm just not. They only play slots, and I respect him though, so I'll watch him because like he's the OG. He's the biggest in the biz.
Yeah.
I don't know he's the OG. I think there's been people around longer than him, but he's the biggest guy in the gambling space, and it's him, his son, and these two other guys, and they're just sitting there rapping, talking,
Yeah.
But that's another thing that drew me to this and inspired me from Bluff is because he hired his buddy Brandino as his videographer. He hired his buddy Reggie as his bodyguard.
Yeah.
He's hired another one of his friends as his other videographer because they're going to do like behind the scenes channel and stuff like that.
Yep.
And I'm just like, this is something I can do with my homies. Like I'm about to, if I can make this work, I can become successful and get paid while my homies are getting paid and we're just hanging out. We're going to get paid to hang out.
Yeah.
For me to be a degenerate, which I already am, like, yes.
Yeah. I get paid to be this?
Yeah.
No, that reminds me of Pat McAfee. I don't know if you watch him with being in sports, but
Yeah.
like that's what his whole show.
Yeah.
Or just all his homies
Yep.
chilling, talking about sports every day, doing dumb shit and having fun.
That's
It's
essentially
cool as fuck.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
essentially how this started. It's just
Yeah.
us wanting to hang out with our
Yeah.
homies and talk and shit and just do something with it.
Well, that was what I was kind of talking about with him the other day. Stuff like this, like, yeah, you got the content, what you're doing, but then you do stuff like this at the same time. And then, 3-4 years from now, you get to look back at all of the things like this you've done. And it's like, well, look how we were then. Look how we were at this point. Look how we were here.
Exactly.
And not only that, but look how, like, in this situation, like talking with you guys, it's probably going to benefit us quite a bit. We'll get random people be like, yeah, I'm going to check this guy out.
Yeah.
For sure.
5 years from now, maybe you do the same thing and we're helping other people out. And
No,
that's
absolutely.
just a cool idea for me.
Yeah.
For sure. Paying it forward, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I like it. So, like you said, you were top 5. Didn't like to hear, but you were top 5 there, and you said you get like rooms comped and food. So what perks come with it? Is it outside of that, like?
Oh, what?
Being like, or at Cleveland, because I've, like I
Well,
said,
in Cleveland, nothing.
nothing like that,
Really.
because I knew there
no,
was.
hey,
Whoa.
wait,
I get
wait.
to eat buffets.
Fuck
Well,
yeah, dude, that's
you know
a
what?
win right there,
I
dude.
always
overspoke,
good.
so I do have a great host. But here's the thing: like, I don't. What can Cleveland really give you? Like,
Like,
live
I
an
didn't know
hour
if it,
away.
like, you
they
stay-
can give you rooms and stuff
Yeah.
up there, but like, I'm not gonna stay.
I didn't know if they were
in
like, hey,
Cleveland.
here's tickets
Yeah.
to like Cavs.
That's
Here's
the
tickets
thing.
to
No,
I was
Browns.
about to tell
or-
you, I can get tickets to anything going on at Rocket Mortgage Arena. So recently, and I could have afforded getting scalped to go to this show, but I just refused to do that if I can help it anymore. But Sleep Token was up there.
Nice.
And I seen them a few years ago opening for In This Moment, and they're just on there, and I'm just like, who the hell are these guys? Like,
Yeah.
what the hell?
Yeah.
They blew
And
up
here it
real
is a
quick.
few years later, that arena was packed. Mark.
Yeah, just elaborate
Packed.
stages.
Yes.
And shit. They're like a $1 million band now.
I've heard him a little
Dude.
bit in his car on the way to the gym.
They're good, but like
I-
their rise was quick.
Quick.
Real
And
quick.
I absolutely love them. And
Oh
so
yeah,
does
they're great.
So
We've
does
reacted
Victoria.
to quite a
I
few of the
seen.
songs. We
I was
like
gonna.
them.
I need to watch the video because I've seen it pop up in my feed, and I was like, man, I need
Yeah.
to watch that.
And he's a guy who does not like screaming metal stuff like
Yeah.
that, and he's enjoyed them quite a bit.
Yeah.
They're different.
I'm out of my element again because I'm that guy that's sitting in the car and the music's on and I just don't even hear it.
Oh yeah, that's baffled me my whole life. Man.
Yeah, I know. We've talked about it. It's like,
that
yeah,
you
Andy's
do
just
not
not
give
into
a
music.
fuck about music, and it completely doesn't affect your life whatsoever. That is the strangest thing in the world.
I hear that
We'll
from
get into that
everybody.
later.
I hear that from everybody.
But so I can get stuff at Rocket Mortgage Arena. Like my host is great. I love her, Chardonnay, and she hooks it up with like free play and stuff like that. Like she does everything she can for me for there. But like they hooked me up, and so we got into like a suite, like where they have food and everything like that. And this is something that doesn't matter to me because like I've never listened to any of his music. I don't have anything against him. I'm just not a fan. But like when we were in there, MJK was in the box and sat right behind us.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
nice.
like-
He was a big fan of him back in the day.
yeah.
Well,
So he was
older,
right
older
there.
music now, like over the last
Yeah, he's gotten real weird
like
over the
his
years.
first like couple albums, like
I'm not super familiar with him. I just never listened to him, but I know that like my girlfriend cares a lot about the gossip, and he walked in and she gave him like the most disgusted look, and she was like, he cheated on Megan Fox. Fuck him. And I'm like, man, don't get us kicked out. Like,
Yeah.
what? Like,
Start
but
some shit
he-
over something.
he
she's
was
not
in and
involved
out real quick. He was there for maybe like 40 minutes. Like not my host, but a host at the thing had set it all up for him to get in there and everything. Not that he's a gambler or anything. It just happened to where she
Yeah.
was the one to do it. And she was all excited and got to meet him and everything because she was a big fan. But he popped in. listen a little bit. They were talking about the sets. He was there with like his homies and stuff. And I was like, yeah, he didn't stay. But I talked to that host about it. She said, well, he was just trying to get in and out before people noticed him and bothered him and everything like that. So I was like, oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I support him. He's a dude from Ohio. And like I said, his first couple albums. Then once he went like got out to Hollywood and like that took a hold of him.
Yeah.
That's kind of when I fell off from
Turned
his music.
to the vampire man. As like
Yeah,
Sean
shit
Strickland.
like that.
You said, he was like, all right, vampire man. But,
But as far as like comps go and stuff like out in Vegas, like when I went back in April is when I first really like played heavy out there. And yeah, I get comps, like I can stay at the Venetian and they'll comp me the nice, decent room and food and everything like that. And I've been meaning to like bring that up in the videos, like, cause I want to be transparent about that. Like when I'm out in Vegas, like they're obviously not giving me money to gamble because they don't do that. Like there's a lot of people that watch like the gamblers and stuff like that, and like the big people, and they're like, these casinos are paying them to gamble. They don't have to do that. These people lose a lot of money, especially people that are transparent about it. Like look at like Vegas Matt. He was down like $500,000 this year. He makes a fuck ton of the, content. And then he hit like 2 gigantic jackpots like back to back, and he got like back to even. But like you'd lose in the casinos. Like they don't have to give you money, and these guys gotta create content, so they're gonna be in there spending money. Like you can get free play and stuff like that, which is a percentage back of what you lose, but no casino is paying somebody to sit in there and gamble. They don't have to do that.
No.
nope. They're already paying for like everything else, food, drink, shit like that.
Yeah, I'm probably sure shows, if you want to go to shows, they probably get you tickets and shit.
Yeah.
Shit, when we went up to Toledo, I wasn't even gambling. I wasn't doing anything. And I was able to just drink like free cherry Coke all night and shit.
Oh yeah, they'll just bring you stuff.
It was great. I was like, I love it here. This is nice.
They were trying to
Have you
lure
got-
you in, bro.
They were trying. I didn't have no money.
Have you gone seeing shows out in Vegas? Like, do you do that, or you just strictly go there, gamble, and that's it?
I'm going to see shows, but it'll be my first time in Vegas.
Yeah, he's bringing his wife out.
We're going to see Cirque du Soleil. We're going to see David Copperfield because it takes me back to my youth.
Oh, yeah.
And then maybe Penn and Teller.
That's what I was just telling him
Yeah,
when I
he
go
was
out.
just looking at all that shit.
Yeah, I was telling him I want to go to one of the Cirque du Soleils.
It's like 5 or 6 fucking Cirque du Soleils out
Oh,
there.
there's a bunch of them.
it's
They each
really
have,
good.
they each have, because I've went to like
Oh.
3 or 4 that have been like locally, like
yeah.
Columbus,
Yep.
Cleveland, and like Youngstown. They had a winter one where it was on ice. But I've always heard the ones in Vegas is just, of course, 2 to 3 times of what I've seen. And I'm like, that was the coolest shit I've seen in this fucking giant tent in Columbus. I can only imagine how cool this shit out here would be in Vegas. So
Especially when he's the kind of dude that's like, he's Seth Rogen and knocked up. Like, we're taking mushrooms and we're watching.
oh
Cirque
yeah,
du Soleil.
dude, that's what I did. I took
That's-
that MDMA and mushroom gummies before I went and seen
Oh, the Eagles.
the Eagles and the Spear last year. I was
Oh,
all
yeah, I seen
fuckered
that was
up.
out there.
But that shit was fun as fuck.
Well, I'm gonna tarnish my pristine image like on YouTube now. So
Dude, you're on our podcast. You've already done that.
The first time that I ever went out to Vegas, we went and seen Cirque du Soleil, and I took acid,
Oh yeah.
and it was a whole lot of fun. And yeah, so every time I go to Vegas, I take acid. When I'm out there, I get it out there. I
Yeah.
don't fly with that stuff. It's not on me
No,
at the airport.
that would be illegal.
That would be illegal. It's illegal to even get it out there. But anyhow, I think this stuff's fun without it, but it's a whole lot of fun. It's an eyeball enhancer. I handle it pretty well. Yeah, I just went out there, what was it, a few weeks ago, and I was like, you know what? Because like I'm on the phone with him, I'm calling him constantly, like updating him, and I'm just like, yeah, it's going great, and I'm up like 16 grand, And he's like, well, you are on vacation. It's like, he's right. So I took
Great point.
I
The
took-
point you have made
You
is
are,
great.
man.
so I took some acid, and I went and seen the Wizard of Oz in the Sphere.
He was just talking about doing that.
Yeah.
So it was cool, but I got bad sciatic and stuff. Like I said, like the seat was like bothering me a little bit, but it was cool. It was cool. So then they made me put my backpack in this like locker, and like it's by the Venetian, but it's still a decent, like, there's this ongoing joke or meme or everything when people are out in Vegas, they're like, oh, hey, it's just right there.
No.
And it's like
no.
a 25-minute walk.
Yup.
Yeah.
So I walked to the Sphere and I'm like back, about to like right back at the Venetian. And I'm just like, oh, wait, where's my backpack? So I had to walk all the way back. And I'm just walking right straight up to like the entrance, and it's closed at this point because like the show's been over and they're setting up like a Subtronics thing. I think that they were there that weekend. I think it's like a techno or like, you know, some sort of stuff like that. And these people like, hey, we're closed. I'm like, yeah, no, it's cool. I'm just getting my bag. They're like, oh, hey, well, I was like, yeah, just find somebody. I left my bag in the thing. Can you get my bag? So they went and got my bag and I walked all the way back. So I'm just like, yeah, and I'm having a great night. I'm like listening to music, just walking around because I was some pretty lights, It's like, yeah, no, I'll make some content, you know, like this will be fine. Dude, I start trying to make content and I'm just getting cracked. And I'm just like, no, what the hell? And I'm just like trying to fire it into bubble craps and PSO, just stumbling over my words, just not doing a good job. And I'm like, I can't use any of this. Like I'm losing all this money. I'm up.
Yeah.
So then I go sit down at the baccarat table and it was just bad. Like I went from being up $16,000 to being down $20,000. And I'm just like, I'm not going to be able to sleep. This is depressing. I don't even want to call
I was sleeping.
Andy tomorrow and tell him the disappointment. Like I just messed up like tremendously.
He did too. He called me in the morning and he goes, hey, I'm like, that's the kind of hey that says you messed up.
But it was after I called him after. So the next morning I take 5,000 with me and I'm like, I got to make something shake.
Yeah.
You know, like I can't leave here down. Like it's just not a possibility. So I go down to the mock table and I turn that 5,000 into 20,000. So I got 15 of it back.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's when I called him and I'm like, dude, I want to put 10,000 on the Eagles. He's like, well, are you confident in the bet? I said, yeah, dude. I said, they lost the last two. They dropped the last two. I said, but man, they're not going to win it. They're not going to lose 3 in a row, man. They're just not. I know it's bad to bet on your actual team, you know, when you're betting serious money and everything like that. But I was very, very confident in the bet. So I went and I put 10K on the Eagles. I was like, I'm going to try to create content today, dude. I'm like real beat though. I've got like 10 videos, but like, and I wanted to at least have 20. I was like, but I'm going to try. And I got to the Rio and like the game was on and I was just locked in, dude. And I'm just, you know, and they ended up beating them, you know, pretty, you know, convincingly, but it was a stressful game to watch. And there was an instance I'm sitting at the bar and watching it. And like the touchdown, I think that kind of like sealed it. I'm like, yeah, you know, like, you know, the bartender's like, hey, keep it down. I said, dude, I got 10K on this shit. I ain't keeping nothing down. He's like, yeah, do whatever you need to do, man.
Who can't understand that shit?
Yeah. Oh, that's good then. So you came out of there up and got a bunch of videos. That's a good trip.
Up like 3,500.
Nice.
It's still up.
I mean, we did a lot of videos
for doing everything you did and having that much fun. Coming out of there up 3,500. Hey, fuck it.
The videos are not performing the way we'd hoped.
No,
they're doing all right, but we expected them to do very well.
Gotcha. Well, we can circle back to what he was talking about earlier. So we posted that first Bach video, Ung Bach. You know,
that's your fucking,
you know, martial arts reference.
Yeah.
But as he said, we started out. I played like Lord of the Rings slot.
Mm-hmm.
And
no, it was mystical potions or something.
Oh, okay. So I played this other slot. So yeah, that's even worse. So I lost at that. So then I went and had a great box session where I won $5,000. So we're like, this should be sweet.
Yeah.
It didn't get a lot of impressions at all. Like it bombed actually.
Damn. And we didn't know why.
And then he looked at the analytics.
And then a little later, after it was in there for a while, we got the analytics, and it just showed that everyone dropped off. And I'm like, well, yeah, I guess like these people are coming to watch. Like I said, they're coming to watch this baccarat session, and they turn it on as slots, and like, what the hell?
Yeah.
And then the people that would have watched slots just didn't click.
Yep.
YouTube's algorithm's weird too. Like it reads things. It reads things like in all different ways. Because I'll hear things in videos all the time. Like they tell you shouldn't watch your video to check once you put it up there. You should always check it before it's uploaded, because if you check it and just like look through it or skim through it, it sees that as somebody turning it off and sees that as like, oh, it's a bad video.
Yeah.
I
wondered about that.
It's bad when people just open your content and watch it for a little bit just to support you and then leave.
Oh yeah, I've told people that too. It's like if you're gonna subscribe, I appreciate it, but if you're not gonna watch it, don't even bother.
Yeah, there's all kinds of things that like you don't even think about until you hear it from somebody, and it's all real weird things, and it seemingly changes all the time. Like and they don't even tell anybody. Like, oh yeah, we're just switching the way up the algorithm works.
We load it up private first, and it's usually up private for several days.
We do unlisted.
Yeah, we load it straight up private, and we do it for several days, and because I have to look at it once I load it up because I use the transcript.
Yeah, I want to make sure it works because there's been times I've uploaded it, people message me like, "Hey, every fucking like 20 minutes, it makes a weird like metallic sound real loud," and that was something Adobe was doing for a long time.
Oh, that's actually just me on a bunch of different accounts trying to mess with you.
No, but when I listen to it, it's there, and I've heard it on playbacks before, and I knew exactly what they're talking about. But like, so if I don't check it on there, sometimes I won't fucking know that happens or some shit. I don't know. It's just weird. Like you can't do your normal process sometimes because the YouTube algorithm, it fucks with it. It's just weird.
Well, yeah, I just don't understand it sometimes. Like I'll think, oh, I got this figured out. I know what to do here, and you do it, and then it's like a toddler, and it just decides, well, I don't like that you do that, and it's like I'm gonna just completely punish you for it.
Yeah, and any like content you could watch on YouTube that like tries to explain it to you, unless it's like within the last few months, it might be completely outdated information. It doesn't even work that way anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Well, one of the good things is too is like, you know, we're both pretty analytic people, but he more so than I am. So he really scrubs those analytics, man. And like to have like, I couldn't have a better partner in this journey than this dude, you know? So that's why I say when people are like trying to say like, he's like a villain, he's like the biggest pillar of this whole thing. Like, yes, it's costing me money and I'm the face, but he edits all these videos, man. That's a lot of damn work. Mm-hmm. And he videos all of it. And we're friends of 27 years. So when he's hating on a slot because I'm smashing my head into it, it's because usually sometimes he doesn't like slot. He doesn't like Buffalo.
Yeah,
Buffalo
I hate
sucks.
Buffalo, man.
You know, I know Vegas Matt loves it and he's won a ton on it. And I play it because it's very volatile and you can win a big bonus on it. So that's why I mess with it. But he's just being honest, and but he's like the true backbone of it, man. Because like I wanted to do this back in April. We didn't get started till August because I didn't want to edit the videos at all.
I didn't know how, but I was like, I'll figure it out for you.
Yeah. And then the whole thing started like I was going to the casino, and we play video games and stuff like that. And he's like, "Hey, man, I'd be interested in coming to the casino with you sometime,
just to hang out."
And he's just like, "I don't think gambling's that interesting. I don't understand why anybody would watch anybody gamble. But hey, I think if anybody could do it, Lee, you could do it."
Yeah.
And then he comes up there with me once, and he watches me get fucking cracked, and then come back monumentously, and he's like, "Man, I wish you would have been able to record that. That was really interesting."
It was interesting.
I understand
it's a story.
What the appeal would be.
Yeah,
now.
I understand the why the people watch it. Yeah,
sure.
Still not something I would go look at, but that doesn't mean I can't understand why somebody else might want to.
Yeah, for sure.
And I like when I watched that, like I think that day he played roulette, and in like less than an hour was down $9,000, and my head was starting to explode. So. And then he's just going like, this is every day. I'm like, my head's blowing up more.
Yeah.
And then he comes back. And then I think that was when you first started doing Bach too, right?
Yeah.
We go over there and he comes back even more. He starts down the day down $9,000. I think we got left like up 3 or something.
Wow, right. Yeah. It's shit's crazy. Like I said, I've watched, like I said, since he showed me, we've watched yours here when they're on, when when I see them, and I've watched some other people play some shit. I get, like I said, I used to be real bad with like blackjack and poker and shit. I used to go down to the Mountaineer all the time. It was just, same thing. And I can't do it anymore. I just know that's my vice and don't. So I just, like you said, I just watch people like you do it, and it's cool.
Yeah. You do it so they don't have to.
So what was your game when you gambled all the time?
Oh, just blackjack and poker and shit like that is what I would do.
See, I have a problem with poker. Not that anyone else should have the same problem, but for me, I find poker to be insanely boring. Like, I played so much Magic the Gathering in my life that is just so much more going on as a card game that when I sit down and play poker, it's just like, there's nothing happening here, and I don't care about the social aspect.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So when I play poker, I'll play for like an hour, and then literally we'll just start going all in.
Yeah. See, I used to go down to like a lot of the tournaments down the Mountaineer where it was like a 60 plus 10 or some shit like that, and getting like a poker tournament, and it just all depended how I felt that day. If I played a little reckless and would just go, or sometimes I would just slow roll it, see if I get down to like the final like 10 at least, and then start like really turning it on. But yeah, I enjoyed some poker here and there and some blackjack, but not no more.
That being said, the game I find now to be the most interesting to just analyze and look at and have fun with is craps. I think craps is a very, very interesting thing. There's just so much happening all at once.
Oh yeah, there's a lot. Last time I was in Vegas, and one dude went there, and I just stood there and was like trying to. The people are doing. And I'm just like, I was like, whoa. I was like, one, I'm too high for this shit. Like, I would like need to sit down and like watch a YouTube video explaining to me like break down craps for dummies. It's like,
Well, and it's like a community game.
yeah,
Like you're all playing
people were
together,
getting
so
into
people
it and
get
shit. They're
geeked.
high fiving.
Yeah, when
Yeah,
people
well,
are like kissing your dice.
The
and shit
first
for you.
time that I ever filmed stadium craps, which like you roll yourself, it's the one thing we can record up there that's kind of a
That
table
has a
game because
table,
it
yeah.
has a screen.
You still
I
can't
went-
film the table.
I
though.
went on a God roll. Like we'd already, like as I said, and everybody knows that watches it because I tell them like we film multiple videos every day. I was down for that day. But I go to Stadium Craps because I ran into my buddy up there the one day, my buddy Drew. He just happened to be there. I'm walking past him and I'm telling him, I'm like, I think that's my dude. But I didn't want to like roll up on him and stuff. And so I text him and I see him walking. He was like, I just seen your text. And so we get geeked. And he was a guest star on my video. And I got smoked like right out of the gate. I think it was like $1,000 craps, bubble craps roll. And so like we battled a little bit. I was down a little bit. So I went up there and they asked me, do you want to roll? I was like, I was like, well, yeah, no, I can record it. Yeah. So like I went on a God roll, dude. And I rolled 33 times.
Jeez.
Damn.
So like I got basically back to even because like I was playing very timidly. If I would have been playing my normal way, I probably would have been up like 20 grand. But everybody sitting there was up thousands.
Yeah, there was like 6 people there, and after we talked to all of them, it was a total of like plus $33,000 at the table because of these roll.
Yeah, because
Now, do you get tipped out as being like the hot rollers? And
You know what? You should.
I think at an actual craps table, you'll do
Oh,
it.
people will do it.
Like when it's there and everybody's
Is
sitting there.
it-
Because
yeah.
like, I mean, at least, no, I haven't played enough to know, but like when I watch Bluff, again, throwback to him, like, and again, when I reference these other people and everything like that, like I'm obviously not trying to be anybody.
Yeah.
I was just inspired by these guys. So like I respect the hell out of them. It's like you
Absolutely.
guys showed me something.
You can learn from those
Yeah,
guys.
yeah. It's like you guys showed me some stuff that I didn't even know was a thing. And like this could potentially change my life because like I'm taking it really seriously and it's been a lot of fun. Like
It has been
like,
enjoyable.
We'll have a day where we lose or something and it's a pretty terrible car ride home. But overall, it's just me hanging out with my friend more. Like we hang out and a lot as well as like we'll play video games together like online. So we're hanging out in that capacity.
Yeah, we killed the Elder Brain today on
We
Baldur's Gate 3.
finished Baldur's Gate 3 on honor mode.
Nice.
On hardcore,
which because when you die in honor mode, you just
It
you have to
deletes your
restart.
save.
It deletes your save. So
Ooh.
and it's not an easy, thing. It's
Okay.
a
You
long
die, you
game.
die,
yeah,
yeah.
it's a long game. Like
Yeah, you're talking easy 80 hours
Yeah, 80
to 100 hours.
That's crazy.
so. Yeah, it was our 50th.
50th, no,
fifth run through. We died. This time though, like we kind of figured that we had it, man. Like we were really
something.
beating stuff's ass. So it was a lot of fun. Like and we still had a hiccup at the Elder Brain. And like I want to do a Discord because that's, everybody's doing the Discord and stuff now to help build a community.
Yeah.
So I want to do a Discord as well. And we should have already had started it because people can then just pop in there and watch me and him play video games if they wanted to. Like, well, just talk to me if they want to. And it would have been cool today because we're fighting it and everything. And I'm not trying to spoil it for anybody that hasn't finished the game. It's been out for 2 years, but I won't be too spoilery. But the end boss is, you got some caveats to it and everything like that. And he was like, well, I think I can kill it, and goes up and he whacked it pretty good, and he could have very well killed it, but it did something to him.
It broke my mind. I'm like, I couldn't fight anymore.
So he couldn't do anything.
And we were like dead in the next round, so it was terrifying.
Yeah, it was. So he was like, well, Shadowheart can do divine intervention, which can heal everybody to 50%, bring everybody
them all
back to life
and heal them to 50% one time in the game.
Yeah, and
I was
then
like,
give them
I
all their
forgot to
abilities
mention
back.
I've been saving that up.
And I'm
Nice.
like, do that.
Why is this already happening?
Yeah.
That's the move right there.
So
it was just built-in comedy.
and then so then he revives everybody, and then
So
Dewdrop
good.
gets to go, and Dewdrop, that's what I call Victoria, so I name all my characters after it. So Dewdrop defeated the Elder Brain and saved
Fuck yeah.
Faerun. Yeah.
Congrats.
killing it.
Congrats.
Yeah.
Hell
We got
yeah.
the golden dice. Only 2.9%
I already
people in Baldur's Gate have that achievement of beating it in honor mode.
I
That's
have
just
a
pretty
more
good.
rare achievement. Only 2.5% people have achieved it. I played a bard, and I sang to 100 different people, and they tipped me gold.
Holy shit, dude. That's kind of like like pop star
Are
status.
you guys trophy hunters then, like on the games that you
No.
play? Or
No,
is
that's
it-
just a very good game.
He likes very challenging stuff. I don't like those modes because I don't want to start over.
Oh,
Yeah,
It bothers
definitely.
me. a lot. It really,
Yeah.
really breaks my heart to have to start over.
Yeah.
But it was still fun to do. And I was playing a bard in this playthrough. He was playing a bard in another playthrough. I was a bard. And my chick was a rock star, dude. Like,
Yeah.
she was a rock star. It was
shit.
dope.
We don't know what happened with my guy. Some point, he's super skinny, and at some point in the game, he lost his underwear. And you want to go into a cutscene, and you'll be in your camp clothes. So when your camp clothes takes off your armor, and my dude's just standing there, dong hanging.
Dude, that's hilarious.
And I'm just like, I'm leaving it
And
like
he's
this.
just standing there like
Because he stands like in a military
Yeah.
stance.
Yeah, and it's
That's
just like,
great.
oh Lord, yeah, and you're just like, and there'd be some scenes and stuff, and you just see, because you'd see him
You'll
from
see
behind,
him in the
see his
background.
little tiny ass just hanging out there, and I'm like, oh, you're there, man.
You're there.
I didn't think you were here, but you're here.
That's awesome.
And then there's like romances and stuff and everything in the game. He didn't romance anybody. I romanced like another girl character. She's like a tiefling. She was trapped in hell for like 10 years, and she's got this internal engine and where she's like always on fire, and you try to like fix it throughout the game, and eventually it gets to the point where it's at least cooled off enough to where she can touch people. She hasn't touched anybody in 10 years.
Jesus.
So you can imagine the eroticy
Yeah.
that occurs when you, and she's just such
The
a
eroticy.
sweetheart. She's just like just like she's a badass, but she's so lovable. It just, they built such an amazing game. That's Larian. They did the Divinity games, and they made that Baldur's Gate, and it won Game of the Year a few years ago for a reason, because it's amazing. The voice actors are great. Everything about it. I just recently went to Dragon Con and went and sat in on a panel with the voice actors, and that was a lot of fun too.
That's dope.
Like that was just
yeah.
cool to be able to hear them talk about some stuff, and and we did pretty well. We only cocked up a few things, because like there's some instances where you can save people in the game, and if you don't achieve it, I get kind of sad about that.
I get sad when we save him.
Yeah, because he keeps wanting to do an evil playthrough.
Oh, I'm doing one.
We had done a good playthrough. I just can't play like that, man. It opens up a whole bunch of different extra stuff that you won't see in a good playthrough, but I just can't be evil in video games. Like,
No, I have a hard time too.
it makes me
I'm fine
weird.
with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't give
I'm
a shit.
instinctively like good for some reason.
I do both.
He's like, oh, hey, that little kid, that snake might bite her. That snake should probably bite her.
So, see, there's a part he's talking about. There's this little girl, and she like tried to steal something to save her people.
Yeah.
And they have like a druid, and she's got like the snake familiar that's got like an instant death bite, and she's like all nervous, and it's like the voice in your head is urging you to flick your eyes to the doorway so that she'll run instinctively. And I'm like, yeah. And I do, and she's
Yeah, the
dead.
voice in my head saying it. Yeah.
We can't avoid. But to leave off his to lead this off, I'd like to point out what happened when he had his erotic scene with I won't get into details, but let's just say he was kissing his lady, and you know how they do the panoramic thing.
Yeah.
So it's panning around, and you just see him kiss, and then you see just my white ass.
Oh, you're there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're the cuck
Like
in the
it.
corner or something. That's funny.
It's creepy.
Yeah, he's just creeping up, man. Just being a creep. All skinny. Like, dude, he's like skinny, like me skinny. But he's a badass, so that gives me hope that maybe I can one day grow up and be a badass.
For sure.
No, that's awesome. Well, we're gonna switch. We're gonna go into our BSSB questions. So I don't know if you guys ever watched these, but these are basically the weird questions we ask everybody. So growing up, what was some of your favorite breakfast cereals?
Cocoa Pebbles, maybe.
Good
one.
I was a big fan of honeycomb,
Honeycomb's amazing.
but on the cereal point, I should point out that there was an instance in my life where I got in an actual fist fight with my brother over the last food in the house, which was a half a bowl of generic Cheerios.
Oh shit. Okay, which brother?
Jim.
Jim. All right.
So
Shout out to Jim.
who won that half a bowl of generic Cheerios?
I believe he ate the Cheerios.
He was bigger. He was bigger.
I was young at the time.
Yeah.
I'd whoop his ass now, but at the time I was just too big. I was in a different weight class.
Okay.
I'm still in a different weight class.
Yeah.
Shout
All
out
right.
to Jim for giving Andy an ass whooping. I'm sure he deserved it. Even though it was just because he was hungry.
Yeah.
But Mark knows we were not the most rich of people.
No. No. None of us really were.
Nope.
But
All
the
right.
good old days.
So if you were stuck in a car driving to Vegas, we'll say, and you could only have one or two albums in the car, or one, who are you listening to?
He's probably not going to have much to
I was
say
gonna
about
say,
Yeah,
that.
I'd hear Andy's answer. Andy's audiobook.
I don't have to talk.
I really like that. What's the Mare de Norms, that First Perfect Circle album? That's a pretty good one.
That is really
I really
good.
like that a lot. But lately, like I'd probably lean towards like some Sleep Token, man. Like I'm on that train.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I'm hard on that train. I really do like them a lot.
No, for
So,
sure.
I mean, even their newest album's really
It is
good,
good,
man.
That's the only one I
he-
actually have bought.
like that dude's a passionate guy, and I respect that because I feel I'm also a passionate guy.
Mm-hmm.
It used to kind of come out in me raising my voice and kind of seeming angry sort of way, but as I've gotten older, I think I've curbed that quite a bit. I'm just very passionate. That's why I'm really excited about this venture, man, because like I care about it.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm, you know,
No, you could definitely
yeah.
tell with, like you said, you're putting out videos every day. You're going up there, you're making it back, you're going to Vegas. You're, like you said, you went out there with a goal of 20 videos. Like, how many other people are doing, you know what I'm saying? It takes some drive and some dedication and, and some care
And
to
you
be able
can-
to do that.
You can see that you've like kind of come out of your shell too because like I haven't seen every single one, but like I've watched throughout the times.
We've had a lot of conversations.
And Lee's like in the more recent one, he's like Willy Wonka in that motherfucker, as opposed to like shy, a little more shy in the beginning. Like he was finding himself.
He started watching himself, which again, shout out to my brother. That was the first thing he told Lee to do when we talked about it.
That's what I tell him he should do because he doesn't watch any of our
I've
shit.
never watched
And
one
I'm like,
video.
dude,
It helps a lot.
You
to watch
can't
yourself.
improve and notice things. You can't improve how you do it without
Watch
actually
yourself,
seeing
man.
how
You
you're
don't
doing
wanna
it.
look at all
Like,
this
you can't
nonsense
see your
right here,
flaws.
man.
I obviously watch everything,
Tune
and
in.
I have
Exactly.
pretty much become a pristine dickhead. But to answer your questions earlier, I'll do the best I can. I don't care about music.
Yeah,
one way
or
or
an
the other. I
audiobook,
usually listen to
I guess,
audiobooks, but I do have some actual CDs in my car.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll give you the list of the CDs I have in my car. It consists of 3 of Queen's greatest hits.
Nice.
I have Michael Jackson's greatest hits. I have Weird Al Yankovic. And I have
Weird
Johnny
Al.
Cash.
Nice.
That's what I have in my car.
They have a Michael Jackson Circus Soleil.
They
Or
do.
I
Circus
saw,
Soleil out
but
there in
he
Vegas.
told us to do O, so we're doing O.
Okay.
I mean, it was dope. That's like it's the first time I went out there, took acid, seen it. Probably gonna do it again with them, just because why not?
Fuck yeah, dude. That shit's
You
so
only
fucking
live
cool.
once. At least I hope you only live once. No reincarnation for the wizard, please.
I should point out that my
Astral projections only.
daughter's favorite music is Johnny Cash.
Johnny Cash is amazing.
Yeah, that's
She also
good.
really likes Weird Al. But any more of these fun questions?
Oh, there's so many more.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Oh fuck! All right. My classic one. If you could go back in time or forward in time, where would you go and what would you do?
Where is in time-wise or location-wise?
Both.
Okay.
Like, what time would you go to and what would you do in that time? So,
And now, mind you, you don't fuck up the universe.
yeah.
When you do this, because
Oh,
some people
yeah.
wonder
Yeah, and
that, like
let's
you're just going
immediately-
and just kind of looking.
I just
Let's
assumed
take-
if you didn't bring it up, it wasn't there.
Let's
Okay.
let's
And it
take
was there
go
because of
back and
dicks.
tell my younger self about Bitcoin. Let's take that off the table because of course everybody would do that if they
Yeah.
could. You know what I mean? Or get stock in this or something. You know what I'm saying?
Do I only have to go in one place?
I mean,
Like, could I have a journey that I was
Yeah, go
trying
ahead,
to
go
accomplish?
ahead.
So if I were going to go back in time, I would choose back in time.
okay.
I don't care about what's happening later.
Gotta
That'll be
go
fun to
back
figure out.
in time.
So I want to go
Nice.
back in time, but the idea is not necessarily a single place, but it is a single goal. And that goal would be to go to all of these historical things, all points in history where people have differing opinions on what happened. And, the idea of the victor writes the story. See how accurate everything is. Not for any bias one way or the other, but to just see
Go see how the pyramids are built.
good
Finally, be
stuff
like,
like
what
that.
the fuck?
Yeah,
how
I
did
want
that-
to see all these
The
things that are
Crusades.
historic.
Yeah.
I wasn't
Exactly.
thinking things like the pyramid because that's less obvious, but more like things that are, this is fact, this is how it is, we know this. And just see if we do.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I'd like to know
That's
how
cool
accurate
answer. I like
history
that.
is.
I
I
get what
definitely
you're
like that
saying.
answer.
A lot of people will give that answer about someplace. Like they'd say, I want to go here so I can see if this was true about this.
Yeah.
You're just laying that concept out.
Yeah, the
with a
concept of
journey.
itself.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that is cool.
I like it.
Well, I would probably like to go into the future and I guess to the point where you could travel the universe, so I could travel through space.
Oh, he's not trying to travel the world in the 7 seas. He wants the whole
travel
universe.
the whole entire universe, and also maybe to the point where you could like maybe cyborg it up a little bit.
Oh,
Because
shit.
then obviously I don't want to live forever, but I feel like if you're a cyborg, you could probably be like, all right, cool, seen enough. Turn off, disassemble.
You can live longer.
Yeah.
But yeah, just travel through space. I think that would be sick.
Well, that
Especially
probably
on acid.
That answers one of Eric's questions.
Yeah. Another question I usually ask is if you could go, hypothetically, you go there and back safely, you could travel the deepest parts of the ocean or go to space. Where would you pick?
Space, easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, space. 100%.
Yeah, we know Lee's answer. He answered.
Yeah. It's just, I don't know. It's just so interesting to me. Like, it's just like, we don't know
Like I can just go,
nothing.
assuming I have the time and the technology to go everywhere.
You got the tech. Like,
I'm
we're
picking
here.
space.
Yeah.
I get bored of the ocean after however long it takes
Once
me to
you
look
get
at
to
the
the
ocean.
bottom, once you get to the bottom once.
Yeah.
That's it. It'd take you a lot longer, I
I
think.
mean,
to
I'd check
traverse
all of the
throughout
bottom,
space.
but there's just so much more going on in space. A lot of more bang for your buck. I think.
There's a lot more to find in space.
Maybe there's not. Maybe I just find a whole bunch of the same thing and it's awful, but then I'll know.
Yeah.
The
No,
travel
definitely.
of space takes a lot longer. I guess if you got warp speed and shit like that, it wouldn't matter. You know what I mean? But like, ocean's got a lot of mysteries too.
I
sure.
would love to go see all that, but I'm going for
Bang for
quantity
your
here.
buck. Yeah.
No, I get it. I
Another
definitely get it.
perk I think too is like you never have to hear anybody scream, right? Because in space, nobody
there's
can
no
hear you
sound.
scream.
Yeah.
Isn't that
There's
like
no
an
sound.
alien?
Yeah.
I
Tagline
don't
or something
really
like
call
that?
that a perk.
No, I was trying to make a joke.
that's
It
kind
just
of a
did not
sadistic
land.
perk. Yeah.
Like it didn't land. I think that was like it's something they said in like Alien. It was like a tagline or something.
It was
yeah.
somewhere. I've heard it. I don't remember where it was
in
from.
space. Nobody can hear you
Or
scream.
no, that was like Freddy vs. Jason or something in space when they were in space or some shit.
Dude, that
No,
movie
they were
was
never in
hilarious.
space. They were in space. Like Leprechaun went to space. Jason did go to space. but
Jason
when,
in space.
when-
Jason
that's
X.
what it was.
When
yeah.
Freddy and Jason fought, they were in the real world.
Yeah,
Okay,
that movie.
Okay, I knew it was one of
That
them.
movie was fun to watch.
Speaking of, Robert Englund just got his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
I saw that.
Congratulations, Robert Englund. You were my favorite horror movie villain when I was a child, even though you played a child molester.
Yeah. He had a fantastic episode of Workaholics where he was
I
like
know I
old.
watched it, but I don't remember.
He was like old man whatever
I don't remember. I watched
that
all
owned
of
the
it.
company they worked at. And there was a portrait, and they thought he was dead, but he was actually alive the whole time. That's why when he finally popped up, they were terrified because they thought he'd been long dead. I don't know. You'd have to see it, I guess.
I watched every episode. I don't
I like
remember.
the episode where they take acid and they stay at the thing. And like Andy throws the thing on. He's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
everybody knows I'm the best thrower, and he just starts flexing on him, and he's like,
That show's funny.
I
stop,
love
That's
it.
what-
quit.
Yeah, where they're tripping at work. Is it
Yeah,
that one? Yeah.
yeah.
Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one
Yeah,
that
she dips the lasers.
She dips beneath the laser.
the
Yeah.
thing that always sticks out in my mind whenever somebody mentions that show is when they made the water slide out of wood and he goes down and gets the giant splinters in
Oh,
it.
yeah, they're all over.
And he's like, it hurts. Is it in me?
Yeah. God, that show was so good.
Very good.
So you guys talked about the video games. Sound like you're into games quite a bit. What's your guys' like top 3 games all time
Well, you've got my first.
with?
Baldur's Gate 3.
Okay,
there
that's
we go.
your
So
number, your
good.
number one. Okay.
Well, if we're talking about just good games, I have a hard time with like, this is the best game, the game I've had the
Yeah.
most fun with, and this is the game that is just hits nostalgia for me.
Okay.
So it's like kind of two different things, but honestly, Larian has probably 2 of my favorite games ever made, which is Baldur's Gate 3 and Divinity Original Sin 2,
Okay.
which, yeah, they're very good games.
Who introduced you to Larian?
Just some asshole.
Some asshole.
It was this guy. He bought me their first Original Sin game.
Okay.
Because this is what we do. Me and Andy, we game together. Like he's always been my main gaming buddy. That's how we met. We met on EverQuest
Yep.
years ago.
I'm pretty sure the reason I played video games as much as I did was because of Andy. Andy always had games.
That's the only thing I had in life.
Yeah. Right.
I got a video game for Christmas and my birthday, and that's all I got.
Believe
So
it.
video games was my thing. But yeah,
So what's the third?
probably EverQuest.
Yeah.
Those are probably my
Okay.
top 3: EverQuest, Baldur's Gate 3, and Divinity Original Sin 2.
Yeah.
But I got a lot of nostalgic stuff from back in the day, like
I was just
Zelda,
about
the
to say,
original
like,
Zelda.
Oh,
What are your
yeah.
favorite like games, like old school games? I guess the games you grew up playing, like of
You know
all
what?
time.
Top 3 is I'm gonna have to include Dragon Warrior 4 because it brought me through a lot in my life, just in general. Like
I remember
things
that
were
one.
going bad, and Mark will probably remember this. I used to push because we had a lot of people in my house.
Yeah.
Because Mark lived with me. His
We
family
lived.
lived
My
with
whole
me.
family lived.
There was a
with
point
your
where we had
family at one time.
14 people in our house.
Oh, wow.
It was a 3-bedroom house.
Yeah.
So we I used to shove the couch like perpendicular to the wall, and then we had a big wooden console TV, and I pushed that over and boxed myself in.
Yeah.
And I played video games all night. I put a blanket over it so I just could be alone.
It was a fort. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do remember that. We would play in the kitchen.
Oh yeah.
Just set it up on the counter.
I had a
just
little
sit on big
13-inch,
chairs.
a giant 13-inch TV.
Yeah, dude.
What's that? Little Shop of Horrors. What should she sing? Like a enormous 9-inch screen or something in her song. I don't know. I love Little Shop of Horrors.
Yeah, that's glad I have that on DVD over there because of my dad.
Yeah.
My dad had that movie.
Yeah. You know, the day that dude died, I would go in there with my kids and he'd have that giant box of candy. He'd be like, you girls pick out like 30 or 40 things.
Dude, he'd come to visit and he'd have a suitcase that was just full of candy.
Yeah.
Like he had a suitcase just for candy. Like I couldn't imagine TSA opening that up and seeing it all.
Like,
What is this
sir,
fucking pervert
I
about to
maybe
do?
needed a snack.
Well, I actually saw him a lot while I was out there because I had a job where I delivered drugs to that nursing home.
Oh, really?
So I would see him in the middle of the night sometimes.
That's awesome. He probably
Yeah.
loved that, actually.
He did.
Yeah.
He was always like, make sure you wake me up, even if you're in there at 2 a.m. I'd go in there and be like, I'll see you next time.
Yeah.
He's trying to sleep.
No, those were the days. Andy was my California dude.
We did go to California.
We went to California a lot. Like when I'd go to visit my dad, Andy was like, he'd be there with me.
Oh
Be my
yeah.
homie.
You remember the time we were out there playing with those friends of yours that lived across the street, and the one got a road flare and threw it into the sewer?
That was me.
You threw it in the sewer?
I didn't light the road flare, but I ran down the road with it and I tripped. And when I got up, I just fucking threw it in the sewer.
Yeah, and
My
your
dad got
dad
pissed.
came out.
I wasn't allowed to hang out with Juan for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Juan was my dude, though. Shout out to Juan Martinez.
Oh
my
man,
boy.
it was crazy.
Ah,
He was
Yeah.
so mad, and rightfully so.
yeah, that's not a good look for you.
Yeah, and
I mean,
you can't throw it in a public sewer because the sewers out there, man, that all like leads to the like California sewers are legit. They're all cement. Like it's that shit that fucking Pennywise is in type
Yeah.
shit.
No,
Oh,
you'll
you
float
float
too.
down there.
Yeah. So
But
like,
no-
that shit gets clogged up. You're getting thousands and thousands of dollars in fines.
Well, he was yelling at us like it had been something that had been going on for a while. It was like 20 seconds from the moment the road flare came out to the moment it was in the thing.
Yeah.
And he's like yelling at me. He's like, because I think I was 17 at the time. He's like, you should have known better. I was like, I didn't even know what was happening.
Yeah, you were like in like
I was standing in the cul-de-sac behind your dad's van.
yeah, and I just started like
It just
I came
happened
running out of
immediately.
Juan's fucking garage, and then like I remember tripping in the road. Thank God I didn't burn myself with that fucking thing, but I just remember picking it up and throwing it in the fucking because I didn't know what to do. I assumed there was water in down there because there was a little bit. I figured, oh, it'll go out. No, it's just down there.
But yeah, he's just screaming at me like, I should have known better and stopped this. Like, I didn't know what was happening until you did.
Yeah. Damn, I forgot all about that. So now that's
That's
crazy.
funny.
That house was cool, though. He had that little courtyard back there with the fruit trees in it inside the
Yeah,
house.
you used to go. You would eat lemons raw. It was the
Why
craziest
not?
thing. So he would go out there. He would.
My
get a
daughter does,
lemon,
too.
He'd clean it. He'd cut it up and he'd eat them raw. And he'd be like,
My daughter eats them raw all the time.
yeah, she learned it from you, I guess.
I used to
No.
do that when I was a kid, but I kind of grew out of it. I guess I could talk about some games that I'm down for. Obviously,
Yeah.
like he hit some notes. Like obviously, EverQuest we played that a lot. We I think it's a game I put the most time
A
into.
lot of time.
There's no way.
Too many times.
I think I had like, and sometimes like you left the game sit there, but when we were playing that, we were really, really playing it. And I didn't really have any side characters, but I think at the end of that all, I had like 600 days played on final
Wow.
on my character.
But
So
the crazy thing about it is, like, that's not, I played the game 600 consecutive days. That's, it counted minutes up to 600
Yeah,
consecutive
that-
days
no, yeah.
while you're in the
No,
game.
that's
Yeah, that's hours of
insane.
time.
Yeah,
That's
over
not
the course of, like,
600
5
hours.
years.
That's 600
I think
days.
I think we had like a 5-year run before I stopped really playing it. And like some nostalgic games, it's just kind of like maybe like he said, kind of stuff that happened. Like when my grandma was sick and everything, like we moved down there and we lived with them, and it wasn't 14 people in the house, and it wasn't for a long time either. It was just kind of like this transition phase in life.
Let me see
with
if I
stuff
can
when
make
was
up a
kid.
couple guesses for you. Final Fantasy and Lunar.
No, but close. Like yeah,
I
Final
remember
Lunar.
hearing about Lunar a lot.
Well, Final Lunar was my character's name
Yeah.
in EverQuest. It wasn't
Okay.
very
That's why I
creative.
brought it
All
up.
right, okay.
But so my grandma got sick, and she was sick with cancer and everything. And it was like me and my mom, my sister, my aunt, her dude, and my 2 cousins, and my grandma and grandpa. So she was sick. She was on hospice. She was in the bed in the living room, everything like that. And I'd already been a shithead and was skipping school at this point in 7th
Whoa.
grade. Like I was already pretty bad about not going to school. And then we moved down there with them, and it was like the country, Brewster, and I was from Massillon, and it was like a bunch of hillbilly kids, and they were racist and shit, and that wasn't my vibe.
Gotcha.
But I already wasn't going to go to school. That was just more reason. And then my grandma was sick. Like, she was dying. So I had my little 13-inch TV, and I'd put it in the thing right next to her bed, and I played Xenogears, which that game's really good, but it was unfinished. So like I didn't realize this when I was young, but like I guess as people gotten older, I haven't replayed it. I guess the second disc is like very fragmented. Like it wasn't a completely polished game there at the end. It started out real strong, and I just remember it helped me through that time. It was really dope. Final Fantasy VII, because it's the first game I ever bought with my own money. I had a paper route. Okay. So I remember I went down the hills and it was like bought with my own money. And I was playing through that too as well when my grandma was sick. And then he did bring up a good point. Lunar, the Silver Star Story. Those are all PlayStation 1 RPGs and all games that I was like playing a lot at the time. But I was pretty fortunate as a kid growing up though. Cause like my dad, he worked at a steel mill and he worked 16-hour days. Plus he just was like dedicated to working nonstop and bought a bunch of properties and had rental properties and stuff too. He just worked 7 days a week every day and then slept when he wasn't working. And once we moved back in with him after my grandma and everything, from like 13 on, I was fairly spoiled. So like I had a lot of games. I had a lot of every like PlayStation RPG and everything like that. So like that system was probably my favorite. Super Nintendo's really awesome too for RPGs and everything like that.
You had like a whole wall that was covered with games.
Like he made the little things so like we put the games
it
up,
was
like
dope.
in their cases.
That's cool.
And everything. So it was, I had from 13, and then as soon as I turned 16, it was like, you need to get a job. So like I got a job, and then and then got kicked out when I quit my job, and then ended up moving back home, and then I got in. We'll talk about my lore a little bit some other time, but there's some history to the wizard that I'll bring up at a later time, and you guys can get to know me a little bit better.
That'll be when he gets
appearance number 2.
That'll be the 500,000 subscriber. He'll come back and we'll
maybe we'll get back before that.
All right, let's do a little bonus here.
I want to see him out here.
A little bonus to that question. You got the my 3, you got the his 3. Let's make it a Venn diagram and get the 3 that goes between the two of us. I think we're going to go with EverQuest for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. I think another one would be more of a series than a game, and it would be
Dynasty Warriors.
No, that was one of them. Dynasty Warriors for sure, because we would get down on that together. And then what is the name? It's just eluding me. The one that Tales series.
Yeah, Tales. Yeah.
It's a 2-player RPG that spans many systems.
I remember that vaguely. I didn't play it, but I
Vesperia
remember
is probably the one we played the most.
Vesperia.
Tales of Vesperia. So those are the 3 games that probably are the most iconic Lee and Andy played together games.
We played a lot of World of Warcraft.
That don't count. Everybody played a lot of World of Warcraft in our circle.
No, I'm not a huge. I'm one of those just first person shooters. But I don't play video games too much anymore. Like the whole Call of Duty and first person shooting franchises, they've disappointed over the last years.
Big shooter fan.
But what is your guys' biggest disappointment of a game? Was there a game that you were hyped for it to come out? You got it and you were playing it and you're like,
many.
This is like fuck that. Like I'm not an RPG person, so like I don't know that many.
Yeah. I do have a caveat to that. I don't like first person shooters. I have 2,000 hours in Apex Legends.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Because of my nephew plays it.
I don't like them because I suck at them. They're all online now too,
I used to
which
like
makes me suck at them more.
I liked Halo and stuff back in the day and like Gears, but like I'm probably not. Well, I tried to play Apex with them, but I was under the thralls of a problem at the time, which we'll talk about a later time too. But I didn't really know what was going on when I tried to play with him and Jake.
I've got a couple recent ones that were disappointments for me. One that, several. I have a lot.
I'd say there's probably more recent disappointments than
a lot of disappointments. But there was a game I was really excited for a while. I was talking to Lee about it. Was Euden Chronicles, which was a spiritual successor to the series. I don't even know how to pronounce it. Suikoden.
Suikoden, one or the other.
I don't know. I don't speak that language.
I don't know either one of them.
Anyway, it's just an RPG that the idea was you like collect a bunch of like hundreds of companions and stuff, and you can move in and out. You build a settlement
army
for them.
in a castle.
Yeah, you build an army.
Oh, wow.
So this is supposed to be a spiritual successor to that, and I started playing it like a couple weeks ago, and like the game incentivizes you to basically just fly through the story and auto battle everything, and I'm just
Wow.
So I
Yeah.
wasn't big into it.
He really tried to like it. He told me, he's like, man, I can't get into it. He kept playing it too. He tried.
That sucks.
Another big disappointment recently. This will be more familiar to people. I got real excited for it. I pre-ordered it, or I played it in the beta, like the closed beta. And before I was done the closed beta, I did some tests on it, and I just quit. And it was Diablo 4.
Oh,
And
okay.
the reason I lost interest in it, which other people don't seem to care about it, but the reason I personally lost interest in it is because they do level scaling, like 1-to-1 level scaling. So you'll go fight a rat at level 1, you'll beat it up, and then 30 levels later, you'll come back and that rat will still be as tough as it was when you were level 1.
Yeah, that's why you didn't like Bethesda versions of games.
I didn't like Oblivion.
Unlike,
yeah, I don't
you
know.
like Skyrim and shit? then?
Skyrim was a cool game. That's not what ruined it for me. I believe level scaling can be done well.
Yeah.
I didn't like it about Skyrim, but it was something I could overlook. Skyrim was one I bought, excited for, and I played for about 3 days, and then found a way to make infinite money without doing anything and quit. But
Got you.
yeah, my problem with the level scaling in Diablo 4 was I was like, okay, I got to see just how bad this is. So at that time in the beta, you could only get through the first act. So I went through and I min-maxed as much as I could. I got the best gear I could possibly get and just upgraded it, got it as strong as you could possibly be, fought the boss at the max level you could get at that time. I beat it, and it was a decently tough fight. And I said, okay, I'm going to do it again. I'm going to do everything the same, except I'm not going to care at all about getting the best equipment. I'm not going to grind for it. I'm just going to fly through. I'm only going to do the main quests. I'm not going to do side quests. I'm not going to level up.
Yeah.
I got there at half the level I was with a tenth of the gear I had, and I beat it in like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
So I was incentivized not to get stronger, essentially.
No, I understand why
Yeah.
you didn't like it.
Yeah. So
It is annoying.
that was. And the other problem I had with that one specifically is they wanted to make it MMO-ish, so that there's people all over the place. But the problem you run to with that level scaling and people being all over the place is I'm level 6 fighting the same monster you're fighting at level 40.
Yeah.
So they're scaling whatever you're hitting up. And what if I hit it? So they scale it up for you, but make me hit harder.
Yeah.
So it gets to a point where I'm level 6 and I might be killing the same monster you're killing 2 feet away faster.
Yeah. No, it
Yeah.
it kills the like realism and shit.
I liked it all right.
Just the feel.
I
Yeah.
played it. It had a dope story. I didn't get the expansion that came out, which I had interest in because I liked the games and I liked the story and everything like that. But it lost its luster. I had a lot of fun with it at first. I liked the world events, world bosses, all that kind of stuff. And yeah, I was playing a rogue. It was pretty.
I also
pretty
played
cool.
a rogue. It was a really
It was-
cool play
yeah.
style.
It was real fun. There's a lot to do, and like he said, they kind of made it like an MMO. So like that's what like made me, because I don't want to play an MMO ever again. I don't have the
What's
time.
an MMO?
Yeah. It's,
Massive
like-
multiplayer online, specifically
Yeah, like
RPG.
EverQuest
Yeah.
or
World
World
of
of Warcraft.
Games that
Oh,
never
okay.
end. So it's just
Yeah.
they're
So I
constantly
don't know
on and on
about
and on and
a
on.
lot of
and
that
on and on
shit.
and on.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it was cool to me. But
So what's your disappointing game?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like I was sitting here trying to think the whole time about that.
Yeah,
Like,
I
I'm
can't
sure
think
that
of my biggest disappointment.
I think that there obviously is games. I could think of a reference. It wasn't particularly a bad game. Sometimes it's just like a sequel to a series, and you're just like, damn, this just didn't hit the mark. Like, not potentially even like a bad game, just like stuff like we played the Tales series together, and the newest one isn't multiplayer at all.
That's
Oh,
super disappointing.
Which that sucks
Damn.
because they're great games,
Yeah.
but like it, like he was saying, like it's disincentivizes you to actually play in the game, because like what I got a kick out of, because it's been that way since the first one, Tales of Destiny for PlayStation. You could even get a multi-tap to where you could have 4 people playing because there's 4 characters.
Yeah.
And yeah, so like I want to play Tales of Arise. I bought Tales of Arise, and I'm sure it is sweet, but
But
I can't play it with my dude. So
Yeah, that
like we
sucks.
got Sea of Stars to play, which is like an old school. It looks like Chrono Trigger or something like that. It plays like
It's
more like
fun.
Secret of Mana or something like that.
Okay.
And we started it and got through like the little tutorial, but you have to be there playing with each other. So like,
Like it's local.
yeah, it's local. So like,
That's cool. I
he's
missed
gonna
that
come
shit.
over and play. We just have been too busy with this shit lately, and we
Yeah.
were finishing Baldur's Gate,
No.
and like now we have another game to play together on the computer that he's already played. It's called Pathfinder.
Pathfinder
Kingmaker.
Yeah.
And
I've
it's
heard of
not
that.
even multiplayer, but we have the thing where I can play and he can access my desktop.
I basically just
That's
put in a
cool.
remote desktop.
Yeah,
app.
so I'm just playing through the
that's
game
pretty
because
smart.
he's
That
already
is
done
cool.
it, but then he gets to play characters. So we have our own characters that we play, and so we'll play together.
It's
That's
really
cool.
a scam from me because I want to play with them, but so I picked a game that I've already played through, so I don't have to care about the story. So he can do whatever he wants, and then I'll just join in for the battles, which means I can turn like this and edit the videos and double dip.
Gotcha. No, I like
Oh,
it.
nice.
Play as you wish.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Hell yeah.
We'll finish. This will be the last one. If you guys could selfishly go anywhere on vacation, maybe it's a certain casino in some country or something like that, where would you want to go for like a week?
I mean, I've already gone to where I want to go. I really like Japan. I like Japan. I've been there 4 times.
Yeah, Lee's a world
So,
traveler. Over here.
Yeah, I've done well, like like the last 5 years.
Yeah.
So, and I've always done like okay, like was getting by,
Yeah.
but like I did pretty well the last 5 years and everything like that. So, I would move to Japan if I could. We just have dogs, and I have land and everything like that. Like I have acreage, and
Yeah.
so maybe when they're not around, like at this point, like my parents aren't old, but they're getting older.
Yeah.
So like they might need some help or something like that. So maybe like a time when they're not around, hopefully it's a long time from now, I might move to Japan.
Nice.
But like I think I'm gonna get to go to everywhere. Like try to be boring about the answer, but like
No, you're good.
I just basically wanted to use this opportunity to say like I love Japan. If you ever have any inkling to go there, do it. It exceeds the expectations you might have for it. At least it did for me. And it's just a dope culture and like good energy. And like I'd have to start a business or something though. They don't have a retirement visa. Like it's you have to work or start a business.
For sure. No.
So in this hypothetical, go anywhere I want for a week,
Yep.
can we assume I will be safe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Intelligent, inhabited alien planet.
Oh, wow.
There you go.
All right. There you go.
Way more fun of an answer.
Yeah. Thinking real outside the box
Yeah,
on that
I
one.
like it.
Now, if I have to stay on the planet, I want to go to Antarctica.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah. That'd be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Free access to look at everything down there.
Yep.
Yeah. That'd be a good one.
Is this our swag? Is this
Yeah,
for
dude.
us?
Yeah.
Nice.
You must have missed that conversation.
Stickers, magnets, pins.
I know that the gold one only goes to guests.
Yeah, that's
Ah.
true. That's the
Nice.
myth. Yeah, it's true. But yeah, I guess we'll wrap it up there, guys. Thanks for coming out. It was fucking awesome to see you guys. You need to come back often.
Often.
Be regulars, reoccurring guests.
Oh, I will do that.
Recurring characters on the show.
No, I'm down, man. It'd be nice, like I missed you. Like I said, I've been trying to get up here. Like I guess I haven't tried hard enough because I haven't seen you in a while, but
Yeah, no,
I
I
wouldn't
mean,
mind
it's-
seeing you.
I'm just as responsible. You know what I mean?
yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing you.
One
One of these days, okay, real quick. Sorry, I know we're trying to wrap this up. And
No, do your thing.
I offered more to you because you said you have a bit of a problem, but it's also an offer to you as well. We do the keep what you win segment, where you come up there and I give you $300 and you got to gamble through it, but whatever you win, you keep,
Yeah.
and hopefully you win some money. Most of the time people win money.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Unless you're Nathan.
unless you're Nathan, which then I
Okay.
took pity on him and still gave him money, but that's not going to be an all the time thing. Don't just play willy-nilly and expect to get a handout. I got to rein that
He
in.
got rewarded for sticking to his guns, even though it was treating him badly.
Martin failed. Yeah.
He hit the Martin fail.
All right.
No, yeah, definitely. I'll go
Yeah.
up and we can give Mark let Mark do it, and I'll come hang out and
You
film
do
it
it
on our
twice.
end.
Yeah.
Yeah, do play. But yeah, if you want to come, dude, like I'd be stoked and you could come hang out with us.
No, I'm sure we can do it for sure.
If you want to actually not have to wake up at 8 in the morning, we'd have to go on a weekend, though.
I can wake up at 8 in the morning sometime. I just gotta have.
I'm up at
time.
4 or 5 in the morning usually, most
Yeah.
of the time for work anyways. So
All right.
But yeah, if there's anything you guys want to shout out or say before we go,
yeah, make sure you guys check out his channel. We'll link all that shit in the descriptions
For
and all
sure.
that stuff. So
I mean, that's just it. Just if you're into gambling and you want to watch us, like we appreciate it. And if not, hey, that's cool too. Like, I mean, we're just like, this is what we're doing though. And hey, I'm just like Mark. My dream was to be a filmmaker. So, the social media stuff leads to potential opportunities these days because that's how they're dealing with
Yeah.
filming and casting people and giving people opportunities.
no,
'cause
for
they
sure.
build a name for themselves. And they're like, well, this is brand recognition. Let's put them in there. So like, that's obviously like, I don't think that's going to happen, but
it's
if
a nice
it
perk
would,
if it did.
if it would, you know, Spielberg, if you're looking for,
Yeah, dude.
you know, a degenerate,
Yeah, Minority Report 2 over here.
I'm your guy.
Well, I mean, more incentive. If you hate my stupid face, it's a breeding ground for people to make fun of me.
Yeah.
And I like it.
Yeah, he's the villain, remember? He can play it. But all right, guys, thanks again. And you guys don't forget to like, share, subscribe, tell all your friends.
Pass a blunt.
Pass a blunt, roll a J, pack a bowl, vape, whatever you prefer, really. In your legal state, of course. And yeah, until next time.
Later.